All right, so there is a topic I want to talk about today, and it is why this year, 2023, is a very important year for K-pop. And I'm going to be playing Genshin in the background because why not? So, the third generation groups of K-pop are starting to slowly disband because they've been around for many years now, or they're just like really slowly releasing less music than before. And for boy groups, the members are now going into the military, so they will halt group activities. And due to all of this, the fourth generation groups are now going to be the main focus in K-pop for the upcoming future. And this will be taking they will be taking over for the third generation, and it is now their job to elevate the K-pop industry even further than what the third gen did, because the third generation really made K-pop global and international. And now with all these groups releasing less music and possibly leaving the industry, I'm very curious like what fans will do. Will they now follow other new groups like IVE, like Seraphim, TXT, New Jeans, or will they just, fall out and listen to other music? And I think this year is so important because with all these big groups in the third generation not releasing much music, BTS now off in the military, EXO's been in the members have been in the military for a while, even though I do think they are having a comeback later this year. But still, I mean, Blackpink not releasing a lot of music, Red Velvet. So, I mean, with all of these groups not releasing a lot of music, it is now time for the fourth generation groups to shine and really take control of the K-pop industry. And I'm making this video because a couple of days ago I saw a Twitter post on the top 13 groups to watch out for in 2023, and 10 or 11 of them were fourth generation groups, which was very eye-opening to me because I'm like, okay, it is now the fourth generation time. Like this is we're like in the prime of the fourth generation groups, and I want to know how fans are reacting to this, because are they, what's their opinion on this? And I think it's important that these groups continue to release good music and keep up their momentum until the fifth generation, because the fourth generation started in 2018, which was a while ago. So I feel like the fifth generation should be starting pretty soon. That's kind of scary to think about. So, yeah, the fourth generation groups, I mean, they have social media at their fingertips. I mean, their choreographies are now being made for TikTok because the fans can now do challenges, and these challenges, blow up internationally, and their songs become very popular. I mean, we've seen this many times now. It's really good for these groups, and they're, taking advantage of social media. Their members are going live every day talking to fans, and it's a good way to interact and gain, more fans, become more popular. It's really important, I think, to have a good reputation, because now with social media there could be a lot of scandals, and that could hurt the group's reputation, and that would not really be good at all. And now with ITZY, if you remember last year, they released Sneakers and Boys Like You, which turned off a lot of fans and made them very angry because they changed their sound. And there was a big, commotion about that. And Cheshire came out, which was really good. However, I feel like it wasn't talked about that much because ITZY lost a lot of fans' trust due to the Sneakers and Boys Like You. So I'm very curious to see what happens this year for their comeback. So keep an eye on that. Now, I feel like there's been a lot more K-pop groups, debuting in the last year or two. And also agencies, like K-pop agencies, are now becoming more active. Just more are just popping up. And that's a good and bad thing, because bad agencies that don't have a lot of funding and only give like groups one comeback, that just does nothing for the industry. So that's, yeah, there's always going to be good and bad parts of the industry. But for the fourth generation, there's a lot of ways to measure success, because I think in the middle of 2021, YouTube changed their view policy. I feel like since then, YouTube views have been down, but that doesn't really matter because streaming is now really high with Spotify, and you have album sales that are really important and charting. And I swear every week I see a new record being broken in album sales, because we had Les Seraphim in their pre-orders. And then recently we have 50/50 and their song Cupid now breaking records on charts in like the UK and just all over the world. So it's really interesting that like you can measure success in many different ways now compared to what you could in the past. And touring, all these groups are now going on tours and adding more dates because, I mean, they want to make more money and, just get their name out there and get more fans. However, the idols are, I swear, they're getting injured more often. They're needing more breaks, mental health issues. I mean, these idols have it rough. Like, the idol industry is insane. And I feel like that's becoming more prevalent with, social media and everything. So now we know more about, behind the scenes. So hopefully the idols, get breaks, they get rested, and we don't have any more injuries or, idols fainting on stage. But I mean, it's just, there's so much now we just have so much information compared to what we did 10, 15 years ago. So I just really wanted to make this video because I want to know what you guys think. Like, how will this shift from the third generation to the fourth generation affect K-pop in the short and long term? Internationally, globally, will it change at all? Is this just, the cycle of K-pop? Or am I right? Am I wrong about this? Let me guys know what you think. Because I don't know. I just feel like this is such a very critical year of K-pop for the long term and I guess short term as well. So yeah, it's now the fourth generation's time to shine. What's group are you all following? Because I'm a multi-stan. I listen to every group, but everyone's different. So yeah, let me guys know what you think. And that's it for now. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all on the next video. Bye bye.